Alright, let's take a look at solving equations part 2. This is the intermediate level video. Alright, so let's quickly review. If I have 2x plus 8 equals 16, I need to first get rid of the 8 by subtracting it from both sides of the equation. I'm left with 2x equals 8. Since this is 2 times x, I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides, and I'm left with x equals 4. So you're probably saying, isn't this the same equation? Well, there's one thing I changed. I changed this to a minus, which means I'm not going to subtract 8. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So I'm left with 2x equals 24, and my last step is still to divide by the 2, but this time I get x is 12. Alright, so I did say this is the intermediate level, so let's take a look at some harder equations. This time, I need to use, or get rid of my parentheses by using the distributive property, which we learned earlier in the year. So 2 times x gives me 2x, and 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 8. And then I'm going to copy down what's on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So now we have a variable on both sides, and we have a number value on both sides. Our goal is to get the variable on one side and a number on the other side of the equal sign. So let's take a look at this equation. If I want to get rid of this 2x, right now it's positive, so to get rid of it, I would subtract 2x. I also need to do that on the other side of the equation. So on the left-hand side, I get 0, and I'm left with negative 8 equals, then I have 7x minus 2x. That's going to give me 5x plus 7. So now, next to my variable, I have a plus 7. That means I need to subtract 7 from both sides. And that's going to leave me with negative 8 minus 7 is going to give me negative 15. And that's going to be equal to 5x, because 7 and negative 7 gives me 0. So I'm going to erase some things here, and I'm going to rewrite what I have at the bottom. Alright, so this is what I had left, and now I'm going to finish out the operations. So I know I need to get x by itself. Right now there's a negative 15 being multiplied, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 15. That leaves me with x equals 5 over 15. It's negative, but 5/15 can be reduced to 1/3, so it's negative 1/3. X equals negative 1/3. Let's take a look at another example. Alright, next example. So the first step is to get rid of these parentheses by using the distributive property. And then we need to get the variables on one side together and the numbers on the other side. So I'm going to take this x and I'm going to subtract an x from both sides. I want to get rid of the x. I want to make this quantity 0. And then 6x minus x gives me 5x. I have plus 8 left, and then I have a negative 12 on the right side. So I have a plus 8. I need to get rid of it by subtracting it. So I'm left with 5x equals negative 20. And I'm just going to write over here that negative 20 divided by 5 is going to give me negative 4 equals x. Alright, this is going to be the last example in the intermediate level video. So please copy it down and then try it on your own and check back in with me to see if you got the right answer. So hopefully you got x equals 2. Follow my steps and see if you did the same thing.